Hey guys, Joshua here from Gander. So I recently did a spray foam into a pneumatic tire video to make them solid tires, and I got a little bit of pushback saying, oh, it doesn't really work. So I want to test it a little bit further and see really how well this little hack works or doesn't work. So we've got the one tire that we filled with big gap, and that's the one that worked the best. We got this other tire that we had used the window and door and the regular stuff on, and that neither of those worked well. So I went ahead and I removed all of the foam from here. I got a wire brush and I took the wheel off and I scraped out as much as I could, and now we're going to fill this tire with big gap, let it cure, and then we're going to put both tires onto a lawnmower trailer that I got, load it up with some weight, and drive it around. And we're going to see exactly how well the big gap foam inside of the pneumatic tires works and how well it holds up. So let's go do that. Make sure we add a little bit of water. There we go. Alright, so it's only been about 4 hours, but can you tell what I did? I got excited and I overfilled the tire and it's coming out too much. So I got about 75% of the tires filled tight, and then I got a spot right here that's empty. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop these off, drill holes to the outer edge there, and I'm going to add a little more in before the whole thing cures. And then we'll come back in the morning and get the rest of it all squared away. Alright, so I let it sit overnight. Now I'm just going to clean up the outside of the wheel here and let it cure for another day before we put some weight on it. But it feels solid all the way around. Again, the biggest thing I can stress to you is don't get overexcited and overfill the tire and get this to happen, because it tends to suck some out from the outside, which is why I had to fill it. Add some water, get it moist inside, do a little bit, and then wait. Because it takes about 15 minutes before it's hard to the touch. So put some in there. You think it's about 50%. Give it 10 minutes. If it's not starting to bubble up about that much, just a little bit, then add a little bit more while it's still tacky. Because what you don't want to do is get it like this and then have to break those off and drill through to fill it like I did. So we're going to let this sit for another day and then we'll get some weight on them. Alright guys, so what I'm going to do is get a 5-gallon bucket, put it on the bathroom scale, fill it with water, and I'm going to weigh how much weight I put into this trailer. And then we're going to drive it around and we're going to see how these wheels perform. Alright, so we got a little over 350 pounds of water. I did 3 5-gallon buckets in each. They were anywhere from 40 to 45 pounds each, so we're going to round down and be conservative. 40 pounds per bucket, and I did 3, 3, and 3. So just over 350 pounds. And you can see that it's got a little flat spot right here. I'm curious to see how it does. I'm also curious to know if I had this pneumatic tire, it was full of air, how much would it be squatting with 350 plus pounds in it? Maybe I'm going to have to pick up some traditional tires, load it up, and see so we can compare. But let's go ahead and drive it around and see how it does when we get back. Alright, so this is at 3/10 of a mile. Alright, so this is at a little over half a mile. I went out and back. And as you can see, not so much. This tire isn't doing any better. So, did it work? Did the spray foam tires with 350 plus pounds in it work? Not so much. It basically shredded the foam. it was a cool project. I didn't know if it would work. I thought it was gonna work pretty well because I did it with the wheelbarrow and I put 250 pounds on it and I wheeled my mulch back and forth and it held up. But once you get that much weight on it, they're just not holding up. So if you're in a pinch and you need a quick fix, try the spray foam. But otherwise, I'd probably just save up to get an inner tube, a new pneumatic tire, or I'd just spring for a purpose-built solid state tire for your wheelbarrow or wagon. So if you got any value from this video, go ahead and click that thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. Click on that bell for notifications to get notified every time we publish a new video. Until next time, I'm Joshua and you've been watching Gander Flight. Take care and pay it forward.